Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NBA, so we're going to run into it. So, the possibility of Klay Thompson leaving the Golden State Warriors is stronger than ever. We've talked about in a few videos about Klay Thompson most likely leaving the Warriors. And the Dallas Mavericks, they're the latest team to show interest. We've talked about the Orlando Magic being a team. And now the Dallas Mavericks are the latest team that are showing interest, per at the Stein line. There could be other teams that are showing interest, maybe in Klay, that we haven't heard about. But Mark Stein says the Dallas Mavericks are the latest team, show interest, and quote, lead sources tell the Stein line that the Dallas Mavericks, with some newfound financial flexibility after securing the Hardaway Jr. trade that he wrote about Tuesday, see the full Twitter thread there, are another team intent on exploring the feasibility of signing Thompson once he makes it to free agency. So that could be a reason they wanted to get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. was maybe they wanted to get out there and try and get Klay Thompson. But at this point, it's clear he's leaving. There's 0% chance he's staying with the Warriors. There's no and ifs or buts about it. He's most likely leaving. They really traded him just to get Klay. Boy, Kyrie and Klay, oh, that's sure gonna go well. But yeah, I mean, it would be a good, solid move. I guess you get a 3-point shooter. We'll see if he can maybe get his 3-point shot back there. With some potential landing spots for Brandon Ingram, according to @JKL Fisher, the Sacramento Kings, the Atlanta Hawks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then the last team, which I've been mentioning now, the Philadelphia 76ers. And it would make sense, because I really don't see him getting Paul George at this point. They're not going to get Jimmy Butler. He's staying in Miami, to me, at least in my opinion. And Paul George, I think, is either going to stay with the Clippers or he's going to my Warriors. So, really, the Philadelphia's last option is Brandon Ingram. But yeah, those are 4 teams to monitor. J.K. Fisher said, in quote, one team to monitor for Ingram would have been Sacramento. The Kings have been waiting past to acquire various wing, sources said, from Kyle Kuzma to Zach LaVine, and Ingram can be another option for Sacramento to explore, sources said. Yeah, I mean, Sacramento could use a wing. At this point, I think it's either going to be Sacramento or Philadelphia, because those two teams really need wing help. Because I don't think bringing Harrison Barnes is the future for that team, and you want to get Brandon Ingram, who's better. But the Sixers need one as well, so we'll see. But Ingram and Mitchell in Cleveland would be a solid duo. I'm not saying Brandon Ingram's that good. I think it would just be good. I think it would be help. I just think it would be help for Cleveland. So the Golden State Warriors are playing hardball with Andrew Wiggins, which will prevent him from playing for the Canadian national team in the Olympics this summer, per Smith Raps. The Warriors, they're looking to trade Wiggins, so I guess since they're looking to trade him, they're like, oh, you're not playing for Team Canada, Mr. Wiggins. No. Canada with versus without Wiggins. Oh, nothing changes. But yeah, they should just let him play. But 2022 Andrew Wiggins will never be forgotten. Teams have to give permission to players to participate, so that's why it's preventing him from playing. I mean, they should probably let him play because if he plays well, it might increase his trade value. But if he gets hurt, but it's a gamble either way. So before Quentin Grimes got traded, the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks, they had shown interest in Quentin Grimes before Detroit traded him to Dallas, per Mike Scotto. Of course, Pat Riley gets beaten again. He would have been a freaking Celtic killer if he went to Miami. The Miami Heat really needed a 3-point guy like Quentin Grimes. The Heat having interest means nothing, because they don't make any moves. They're literally like the girl everyone calls a thought, and she's actually never kissed anyone. the Miami Heat in 2024. Pat Riley's asleep in the office once again. The Houston Rockets are expected to show interest in Zion Williamson, Devin Booker, and Donovan Mitchell, per at Sam Amick and at Anthony V. Slater. Three big names right there. End quote. So are the Rockets interested in a franchise centerpiece material? League sources say that Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell, who is 27 and widely expected to sign an extension with the Cavs soon. The Suns' Devin Booker, also 27, and New Orleans' Zion Williamson, 23, would all fit the bill. The only problem, of course, is that none of them are expected to be available anytime soon. End quote. Yeah, it looks like the Rockets they're really going to try and they're really going to try and try to win now. But Zion and Ime Udoka in the Houston Strip Club. No, I'm just kidding. They really want any available starter, but the thing is, none of these three are available. I feel like the only guy they can really go out realistically get is Kevin Durant. We remember a few days ago, it was talked about after all those trades that they could go after KD, but they're not going to get any of these players. They're all saying where they are. So this trade I was mentioning with Tim Hardaway Jr. Dallas and Detroit had a trade. Dallas received Quentin Grimes, and Detroit received Tim Hardaway Jr. and 3 second-round picks via Woj ESPN. I mean, they really sent Tim Hardaway Jr. to the Pistons. Dallas really had to add 3 second-round picks. And Dallas robbed Detroit. And Quentin Grimes is better than a 5-point-per-game guy. He's 100 times the defender of Hardaway and will actually take open shots, too. So, yeah, Mavs with a good trade here to help their team. The Denver Nuggets are showing interest in Klay Thompson as a potential replacement for KCP, per at Sam Amick and Anthony V. Slater. The Philadelphia 76ers are also expected to show interest in Thompson. A league source said Philadelphia has interest in Thompson. If the Nuggets lose free agent to be KCP, who has decided to decline his player option and will enter the market. A league source said Denver has pegged Thompson as a possible replacement. So, I feel like KCP, so they either want to try and bring back KCP probably in free agency, or they want to go out and get Klay. I mean, Denver might be the best option for him, but except they would ask him to guard like KCP did, and at this point in his career, he can't. He used to be able to. He was really good defensively. But just 2 major injuries really ruined him. So that's the only thing though. Like, yeah, if his shot comes back in Denver, yeah, it'd be good offensively, but he's just not as good defensively as KCP. So, the Dallas Mavericks are reportedly interested in KCP, but the Denver Nuggets may be unwilling to facilitate a sign and trade, per at the Steinline. League sources say that there would be mutual interest in free agency between KCP and the Dallas Mavericks, but Dallas could only get into call up post projected salary range via a sign and trade. It's believed that the Nuggets do not want to participate in a sign and trade with an in-conference rival. Dallas just supplanted Denver as the NBA's reigning Western Conference champion, even if that means losing KCP without compensation. This could be their missing piece. KCP, I think, is underrated. I know it's just KCP. That would be a huge move for them, because they can bring him some 3-point shooting and some really good defense as well. The Denver Nuggets had, end quote, serious interest in Paul George, but were unwilling to give up draft capital, per Sam Amick and Anthony V. Slater. League sources say the Denver Nuggets, for example, had serious interest recently in the prospect of adding George by the way of a possible extend and trade with the Clippers if he chose to go that route. Yet, in addition to giving George the max deal he so desires, they also would have to give up Michael Porter Jr., Zeke Naji, and a significant amount of draft capital. The Nuggets value their draft pick for him as much as any other contender in the league, and so their interest ended there. Honestly, good move from the Nuggets, to be honest. Paul George in Denver I thought would have been good, but I mean, I think the Nuggets made a smart move. So, now I want to talk about the Kyle Filipowski thing. So, Draft Express talked about it. NBA teams are talking about the fact that they had questions about his girlfriend being so much older than him. Why was he estranged from his family because of this whole situation? It's a very, very odd situation. I personally don't understand why it would cause him to drop like this into the second ring. NBA scouts were saying his girl got a weird case. Why is she still around? Certified lover or certified pedophile? It's basically because he's been groomed since he was super young, and she's like 28 and he's like 20, and she probably knew him when he was like 15, 16. But NBA teams are still business. I get it. You don't want bad optics on your team. I get that. 8 years old, and 8 years older or something, and she showed up again in his high school prom. Like, and apparently it come out she's like his babysitter or something. It's like this is just, dude. This is one of the most craziest things I've ever heard coming out of the NBA draft. And basically, his family came out and said his girlfriend basically has been grooming him and just wants his money. And then and then it kind of makes sense when you find out she was a babysitter. She's definitely grooming him. And of course he goes to Utah, of all places. Oh God. But yeah. I don't know what to think. If it was me, I would just give up. I would just give up the girl just for my family. Like, but like, why would you just ignore your family just for someone that grooms you? Like, does he know he's being groomed? And they basically drafted a freaking victim. Well, they're the only organization draft. Utah's the only organization drafted both a predator and a victim. But yeah, this is one of the most wildest freaking draft stories I've ever heard. So the Cavs yesterday signed DJ Burns. DJ Rod Wave. Hey. DJ Burns, you a big motherfucker. Yesterday, the Charlotte Hornets traded for Reggie Jackson, I believe 3 second-round picks. What are you doing, Hornets? What the hell are you doing? So ESPN sources from Woj, Golden State and Chris Paul intend to move back the date to guarantee the $30 million on his contract to the start of free agency on Sunday. The deadline was originally today. This gives Warriors time to keep exploring trades. We're just waiting. I'm just gonna wait for the Paul George. You're gonna be Golden State Warriors, sir. I'm just gonna be waiting for that announcement. Just let Chris Paul go somewhere else. ESPN sources, guard Emmanuel quickly intends to sign a 5-year, $175 million contract to stay with the Toronto Raptors. He arrived in the trade with the Knicks and established himself as a cornerstone player for Toronto. I mean, $35 million a year for 18, 6, and 4. Honestly, there's no overpaying the league anymore. Guards that can run the floor and score at a high level are valued higher than most. So, I mean, that's really how the guard market is. Kristaps Porzingis had surgery to repair that reticulum or whatever, and he'll return to playing like 5 to 6 months. So, yeah, he's gonna have to have surgery. Remember when the Cleveland and Kenny Atkinson were in talks? Well, new Cleveland Cavaliers coach Kenny Atkinson, he's agreed on a 5-year deal, so Kenny Atkinson is officially the new Cavs coach. Yeah, but that's really all I got here. I had to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and until next time, back a lot. Peace.